Go to Queensland now. Joining us live is the National Senator Matt Canavan. Senator, good to see you. How's the rain outside?
It is coming down, Peter. Look, fortunately where I am here in Yeppoon, we're not suffering as much up there in Mackay, who have had really a biblical deluge over the past few days. So just hope that everybody stays safe. Look, it's not something we are not used to here in North Queensland, but I know the community will rally together and rebuild, and the most important thing is people keep safe and keep as dry as possible.
No, it is the season for it in North Queensland, no doubt about that. And also on gas, new year, same issues. Energy retailers have stopped taking new gas customers now. This is according to the latest reports. Others, meanwhile, ramping up prices. What's your take on these developments? We are all expecting that this was the whole point of price caps, to stop this from happening.
Exactly right, Peter. Well, Happy New Year to you too. And unfortunately, it's not a Happy New Year to our long-suffering manufacturing industries in this country. I feel like saying I told you so, but what's more important here is that the Labor Party have tried to defy all history. It wasn't just the coalition saying this wouldn't work. Every historical example of price caps of this nature has failed, and this one looks like it will fail, on track with all of the others. The Labor Party's so-called Christmas gift to manufacturers in this country has been returned already to the shops as an unwanted present, because this is not delivering the relief that they expected. Even the Treasurer now today has said there are issues with the Labor Party's price cap. I mean, surprise, surprise, given how they rushed this through without any parliamentary procedure. This is a complete and utter stuff-up from the Labor Party, and what they should do right now is scrap this price cap before it does any more damage, except instead what they seem committed to do is, like Thelma and Louise, put the gas down and just keep driving over this cliff. We should stop this ASAP before more damage is done to our energy markets.
OK, I did ask the Treasurer about that a short time ago. He says, Matt, there are no plans to scrap or even modify the price caps.
Well, he did say there are issues, so I mean, it would be nice to know from the Treasurer what are the issues that he thinks are there. We know what many of the manufacturers think of the issues. The issues are that they're not now getting supply contracts, let alone any price, because, of course, the producers in the sector don't want to be beholden to a draconian socialist policy of price caps and price setting from this government.
Right.
As I said, this was entirely predictable. It wasn't something that should be a shock or surprise, but it is a complete stuff-up, and the government needs to fix it.
Right. Well, the caps were only enacted in December, so it wasn't that long ago. Does this just need a little more time to filter through?
Well, I don't think it's going to work, and it's not working. It's not working right now. This was meant to be relief ASAP. Keep in mind, as you say, this has only been in place for a month, but the price cap, the initial price cap, is just for 12 months. So we're already 1/12 through the life of this price cap. So if it's not going to work now, when is it going to work exactly? The biggest issue here is what this means in the future for our supplies of energy, because once you break open the socialist can of worms, the problem is investment quickly fades away.
Right.
People don't want to eat that particular can, and so if we continue to have this investment strike here from the private sector, well, what does that mean for our energy supplies? Not just this year, but in the years to come. Because if we don't have investment today, we won't have gas tomorrow.
Well, on that point of investment, I mean, what's your expectation here if nothing changes, if there are no policy amendments? Although the Treasurer did say that more guidance is coming, and then there is a review that is eventually baked in. But if there are no changes to what's happening at the moment, what sort of scenario do you see happening forward? I mean, a business is going to go bust, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, there will be, if nothing changes here, Peter, there will be serious gas shortages in Australia. We were already facing a gas supply crunch in the next few years, even before this policy, and that was because of natural factors, geological factors. The Bass Strait is drying out. It's been our traditional supply of gas on the eastern Australian seaboard. It doesn't have the productive, cheap levels of gas it has in the past. So that we all knew that was coming, and what the most important thing has been then is to attract new investment to replace the Bass Strait, to get the Narrabri project going in New South Wales, to open up the Beetaloo Basin in the Northern Territory. And the former coalition government was seeking to do that with support to the gas sector in our national interest. Instead, in their first budget, the Labor Party scrapped over $50 million of support to open up those new gas fields. And now, as we've been discussing, they put on these draconian socialist price caps, which are only going to deter investment. So this policy is going to make what was looking to be a bad situation much, much worse for Australians. And that means higher energy prices, a higher cost of living, and a lack of energy to develop and keep our manufacturing industries alive.
Okay, Matt Canavan, we will leave it there. Appreciate that. Thank you. We'll talk to you again soon.